All right, let me set the scene for you. It's the T20 Cricket World Cup. You've got the cricketing giants, India, taking on the host nation, the USA. The atmosphere is just electric, right? Expectations are through the roof. Everyone, and I mean everyone, is expecting a complete walkover from the tournament favorites. But what happened next? Well, nobody saw it coming. Because you see, this wasn't just another cricket match. Oh no, this was almost one of the biggest upsets in the history of the World Cup. The question that was buzzing around after it was all over was, just how close did a superpower like India really come to a total disaster on day one at the hands of the ultimate underdog? Just look at that number, 77 for 6. That was India's score. For a team of their strength, that's not just bad, that is a 5-alarm fire. You could feel the shock in the stadium. The entire cricketing world just kind of held its breath. Right there, at 77 for 6, the impossible suddenly felt, well, pretty possible. A massive upset was brewing, and the favorites were staring down the barrel of a humiliating defeat. So, this is the story of how they got into that mess and the one incredible performance that pulled them back from the brink. This is The Great Escape.
So to really get a feel for the drama, you have to understand the matchup itself. I mean, on paper, this was a classic David versus Goliath story right from the jump.
And this really just lays it all out, doesn't it? On one side, you have India. We're not just talking a cricket superpower, we're talking about a team with the hopes of 1 billion people on their shoulders. And on the other side, Team USA. You know, the underdogs, the emerging team just trying to make a name for themselves. The gap in experience, in expectations, it was huge. And that's exactly when things got wild. The USA wins the toss and they make a really bold move. They put India into bat first. They decided to put all that pressure on India's star-studded lineup right away. And boy, was it a decision that paid off. And the collapse, it was just staggering. Look at these numbers. This wasn't just a couple of bad shots. This was a total systematic dismantling. Their captain, Sharma, gone for a duck. Dubey, also out for 0. Rinku Singh and Hardik Pandya, 2 of the biggest hitters in the world, gone for just a handful of runs. It was an absolute crisis. And this was the moment. The 6th wicket goes down, with only 77 runs on the board. In the stands, you can just feel the disbelief. In the USA dugout, though, there's this growing buzz, this feeling that they are right on the edge of making history. For India, it was panic stations. But let's be clear, this wasn't just India batting poorly. This was caused by an absolutely phenomenal performance from the USA's bowlers. The star of the show was Shadley van Schalkwyk. He just ripped through the Indian lineup, taking an unbelievable 4 wickets and giving up only 25 runs. It was a masterclass. Okay, so with their backs completely against the wall, defeat staring them in the face, India needed a hero. And they found one. Their captain, Suryakumar Yadav, stepped up and launched a rescue mission that was just breathtaking to watch. This chart, I mean, it says everything. Just look at that difference. Suryakumar Yadav, all by himself, scores 84. The other 5 top-class batters in the top 6 combined only managed 56. He didn't just help out, he literally carried the entire top order on his back. It was an innings of pure, unadulterated class under the most intense pressure imaginable. An unbeaten 84 from just 49 balls. He wasn't just surviving, he was counterattacking, taking the fight right back to the bowlers who had dominated his teammates. He completely flipped the momentum of the game. And his own words after the match, they give you a little window into his mindset. He said he'd been trying to play an innings exactly like this for a long time. So this wasn't some fluke. This was the result of a year of hard work and feeling that responsibility to be the guy who sees the team through. And on that day, man, did he deliver. So, thanks to their captain's heroics, India managed to post a respectable score of 161. But this story was a long way from over. Team USA, just buzzing with confidence after their bowling performance, came out to bat genuinely believing they could chase this down and pull off the win of a lifetime. You can really see the roller coaster of their chase right here. They got into trouble early, losing 3 quick wickets. But then, a glimmer of hope, a really solid partnership started to rebuild. For a little while there, it looked like they were right back in the game. But just when the dream felt like it was in reach, some key wickets fell around the 98-run mark, and the chase just ran out of steam. But they did not go down without a serious fight. 3 of their batters, Krishnamurthy, Ranjane, and Kumar, all put up scores in the 30s. Now, those aren't huge scores on their own, but together it was this gritty, tough effort that kept them in the hunt and kept the pressure right on India's bowlers the whole time. Yeah, and former England bowler and BBC commentator Stephen Finn really nailed the feeling. He pointed out that when those key wickets fell, it felt like all the momentum just evaporated. And he called it a real shame because for a big chunk of that chase, the USA had a very real shot at doing the unthinkable.
So, what's the big takeaway from this wild opening day? Well, the final result tells one story, but the match itself, it tells two completely different and really important tales.
So here are the final numbers. India wins by 29 runs. You look at that on a piece of paper, and it seems like a pretty routine win, right? But as we've just seen, the journey to get those numbers was anything but routine for the favorites. And that really brings us to the two big takeaways here. For India, it is a huge sigh of relief. A win's a win, but they got a major wake-up call about how fragile their top batters can be. And for the USA, it's a loss on the scoreboard, but it feels like a massive win. They stood toe-to-toe with a giant and proved to the whole world that they absolutely belong on this stage.
Which leaves us all with a pretty interesting question as this tournament moves forward. Sure, India walked away with the win, but by pushing them right to the edge, did Team USA just hand every other team a blueprint on how to beat the tournament favorites? An opening day scare that could send ripples through the entire World Cup.